Everyone online says Austin still has affordable neighborhoods. But what if I told you that most of them aren't actually affordable anymore? I just met a couple from California who they thought they scored a deal on a home for $410K here in North Austin. But after property taxes, insurance, and HOA fees, they're paying more per month than they did in San Diego. And that's not rare. That's the new normal in 2025. So today I'm breaking down which Austin neighborhoods are actually affordable, which ones are overhyped, and what most buyers don't find out until it's too late. Let's get into it. You've probably heard people say Austin's cooling down, which sounds pretty great, right? But here's a problem. Prices may have softened a bit, yet monthly costs have gone through the roof. Between higher property taxes, insurance hikes, utilities, that affordable home in 2025 can feel like a financial ambush. So here's the kicker. Most people relocating here from out of state are still looking in the wrong areas. They're chasing 2020 prices in a 2025 market. And if you don't know where those traps are, it's easy to overspend by 80K on the same style house just because it's in a trendy zip code. All right, so let's get into the data. According to MLS data for Q3 2025, the median home price in the Austin Round Rock area is still at about $585,000, up 1.8% year over year. But here's the real story. Inventory is up 15% and months of supply have jumped from 4.9 to 5.9 months. Now, what does that actually mean? It means buyers have more options, sellers have less leverage, but affordability hasn't improved that much. Why? Because interest rates and taxes are eating savings away. So let's take a typical $450,000 home in Pflugerville. With today's rates and taxes, your monthly payment could be around $3,200 to $3,400 depending on insurance. Now compare that to 2020 when the same house was $360K with a $2,100 payment. That's a 60% jump for the same house. And if you think new construction is your way out, think again, because builders are offering incentives. These master plan communities have massive HOA and MUD taxes that can add hundreds per month to your costs. So let's talk neighborhoods, because there's still a few spots out there that offer real value and a few that are just complete traps. First up, we got Hutto. Prices are still relatively low, mid to high 300s, but taxes can be brutal at over 3%. The good news is strong schools, quiet neighborhoods, and still close to Round Rock employers. Next, we got Pflugerville. Great location, tons of new builds, but some of those affordable listings come with a massive HOA or MUD cost that people forget to calculate. Now, East Austin looks artsy and cool, right? But appreciation there has already peaked. You're paying a premium for price in an area that's already leveled out, and it's not bad, it's just no longer the deal it was 5 years ago. So if you're looking for long-term affordability, Hutto, Elgin, Manor, those are gonna be your sleeper picks. Still within reach for first-time buyers, and you're not overpaying for the hype. Just be ready to add 10 to 15 minutes to your commute and another 30 minutes to your patience level with traffic, especially if you leave your house during rush hour. Don't say I didn't warn you. So I worked with a young family earlier this year. First-time buyers, super disciplined. They had their pre-approval at 425 and they're dead set on Pflugerville. So we ran the numbers together and they realized that for the same monthly payment, they were gonna buy a newer home in Hutto with a bigger yard, lower taxes, and better schools for their kids. They closed in 32 days and just texted me last week, said it's the best decision they ever made. That's what I love about my job, helping people see beyond the hype to make smart, confident moves. Now let's have some fun for a second. If I had $1 for every person who told me they wanted a fixer-upper under 300K in Central Austin, I could probably buy that 300K house myself in cash if it actually existed. But here's a spoiler alert, it doesn't, unless you count a tool shed with some good bones. But seriously, Austin is evolving fast. The winners in this market aren't the ones chasing cheap, they're the ones who find value, and that's a big, big difference. So how do you find value? One, you gotta look beyond the zip code hype. Compare taxes and HOA before you fall in love with the house. Number two, focus on long-term appreciation potential, not just today's sticker price. And most importantly, talk to someone who lives and breathes this market daily. Because here's the truth, Austin is still an amazing place to live, but if you wanna win here, you've gotta play smart. I help people just like you every single week. Buyers, sellers, families relocating to Austin, everybody's story is a little bit different. So if you're ready to figure out where your budget actually goes the furthest, call or text me at 512-865-5933 or hit one of the links in the description. Let's talk about your goals, your timeline, and what's really possible for you here in Austin. And hey, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more Austin market updates, and drop a comment below. Tell me which neighborhood you're curious about next. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't just buy a house, buy smart.